Gossip at the Corpse Cart contains graphic and explicit content that may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome back to Gossip at the Corpse Cart, aka GACC. We're your little palate cleanser for the month.
Yeah.
In most cases. and also new fear deliverer.
Yeah, new fear generator.
New fear spawner.
If I can give you a new phobia, I've done my job.
Great.
And if I can make some repressed memories from your high school days
bubble to the surface,
so that you have a new memory that keeps you awake at night,
personally attacked,
shaking with shame,
or make me barf.
Yeah.
Kenyon has physically made me dry heave multiple gags.
You've gotten me back, though. I feel like there have been a couple times recently where I've had to go barf.
Oh, your pregnancy has
Kenyon
been my
barf.
redemption round.
I made Kenyon barf the other day.
You did. She ran off to vomit.
Yeah.
From the peanut butter shaving
shaving
cream.
cream.
So weird. I really didn't think that would get you.
I have had to give my dog her like flea and tick meds, which I usually wrap in peanut butter. I'm like 5 days late now because I can't bear the thought of the peanut butter after that story.
Make your husband do it.
I was
literally what he's there for.
He's allergic to peanuts.
I don't care. So
Well,
are you now.
Wear gloves. I don't know what to tell you. Put some fucking gloves on.
Well, I'm Lucy.
I'm Kenyon.
I'm Amanda. I love peanut butter.
I fucking do too. Well, let's get going so I can go make a peanut butter sandwich.
Yes, okay.
Rub it on your face.
I haven't shaved my legs in a while. Maybe I'll get
Honestly,
two birds.
I'll try that with you. It's going to be a new spot treatment.
Well, let's start with some ridiculous headlines from Amanda.
Yes, I am really happy about this batch. The first one, I don't remember if this was one of my old cases or one of Kenyon's, but this is like a follow-up, a throwback. So I think this was mine. I don't know. Maybe it was yours. I don't know. We'll find out. The headline reads, Adelaide's Big Bird Bandits spared jail time.
This was mine.
Oh, it was?
I think it was you. South
Our
Australia.
memories are just flawless.
We have melded minds.
Remember.
Whatever was yours was also mine.
Right.
It's fine. South Australia's infamous Big Bird Bandits have today walked free from court. The trio were placed on good behavior bonds after pleading guilty to stealing a large $137,000 Big Bird costume from a Sesame Street circus at Bonathon Park in April of last year. Big Bird was taken in what Magistrate Bryony Kenwell deemed an impulsive act, before being returned days later with an apology note placed carefully inside the costume's beak. The note said the three were sorry for being such a big burden. We had no idea what we were doing or what our actions would cause, it read. We were just having a rough time and we were trying to cheer ourselves up. We had a great time with Mr. Big Bird. He's a great guy, and no harm came to our friend.
No harm, no foul.
No foul. Oh my God. The pictures on the drive of the Big Bird, the one of him just leaning against like a dumpster.
Yeah.
Is my fucking
I remember
favorite.
this case so well.
With his
and weren't they the
tie.
snappy dressers at court?
Yes, they really were. They were like total hipsters.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
that
amazing.
was a good case.
So good. So prosecutors have maintained this was a serious example of theft that was treated as a joke. During today's sentencing, Magistrate Bryony Kenwell said it was at the lower end of the scale, describing it as a foolish and immature prank. She ordered the group to each enter a $500 good behavior bond for 2 years, with the two men required to undertake community service. The trio told the court they had no idea how much the costume was worth and feared convictions would affect their future careers.
Yeah, I'm sure they had no idea how expensive that thing was. It doesn't look expensive.
I don't know. Puppets.
It does not
that
look
expensive.
Tens of thousands of dollars, maybe like $500.
Mm-hmm.
How much was it? Like $130,000?
$137,000.
Oh my God. Yeah. There's no.
Was it made by the ghost of Jim Henson himself?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
What a racket.
Every feather is from a rare, now extinct bird.
Yeah. The tie is made of like imported silk.
What are those birds that are now extinct from like Australia or whatever?
Kiwi, dodos. I don't know.
Dodos. Yeah, every feather is from a dodo bird.
Oh, God. She said, quote, "You are all young people with promising futures. The seriousness has been brought home to you all, and now you realize it's not a joke." Trio Cody Milne, 26, Tasman Binder, 23, and Amelia Hurt, 21, were warned if they broke their good behavior bonds, they would likely face convictions.
Oh.
So good luck to them. Stay on your best behavior and
quit
leave
stealing
Big
shit.
Bird alone.
Just don't steal anything.
Just
Keep
don't
your
steal
beaks
stuff.
clean.
Yeah, keep your beak clean.
You don't want to be caught yellow-handed.
Oh my God.
Don't ruffle any feathers.
We probably made these exact jokes during your original.
I'm sure we did.
Fucking did.
Our neurons, like our synapses, are like really deep.
Nothing
valleys.
There's nothing original.
I think it all just it wipes itself clean like an old hard drive every time we upload an episode. Like once it's out in the universe,
I forget.
Clean it out of our brains.
But my storage is so full.
I know. Well, mine is full of like obscure 90s R&B lyrics, and specifically the background runs.
Mm-hmm.
So my next headline here is another reminder that we really cannot get away with murder, even if our job kind of hides our search histories in plain sight.
That's true.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. This is amazing. This headline, this is an NPR News article, reads, "How to Murder Your Husband" writer found guilty of murdering her husband.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Write what you know, honey.
Yeah,
write what you know.
We got to have her on the show.
1,000%.
And I know nothing else about this story.
Well, we're
I
about
don't need to know.
This is out of Portland, Oregon. A jury in Portland has convicted a self-published romance novelist who once wrote an essay titled "How to Murder Your Husband" of fatally shooting her husband 4 years ago.
Well, that's not how to do it.
No, it's
idiot.
really not. No wonder
need to
she's
read
self-published.
Exactly. The jury of 7 women and 5 men found Nancy Crampton Brophy, 71, guilty of second-degree murder on Wednesday after deliberating.
Second degree? They didn't think it was premeditated.
I know. Maybe
She
there
wrote
was
a book about it.
It was soups meditated.
She did literally write the book. She was found guilty of second-degree murder Wednesday after deliberating over 2 days in Chef Daniel Brophy's death. Brophy, 63, was killed June 2nd, 2018, as he prepped for work at the Oregon Culinary Institute in Southwest Portland. Crampton displayed no visible reaction Wednesday inside the crowded Multnomah County courtroom. Lisa Maxfield, one of Crampton's attorneys, said the defense team plans to appeal. Prosecutors told jurors, sorry, I'm burping.
Sorry, I'm burp fainting.
I'm burp fainting. Prosecutors told jurors that Crampton was motivated by money problems and a life insurance policy. So, like, very premeditated.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
the
is
legal team
not
must be good.
the way to do this.
No, honey. She said during the trial, however, that she had no reason to kill her husband and that their financial problems had largely been solved by cashing in a chunk of Brophy's retirement savings plan. She owned the same make and model of gun used to kill her husband and was seen on surveillance camera footage driving to and from the Culinary Institute.
Honey,
Girl.
come on.
Why don't you just leave a trail of breadcrumbs and a little note
Why
that
don't you just
says,
write
I
a book
did
saying I did it? Oh, wait.
it? But police never found the gun that killed Brophy. Prosecutors called alleged Crampton swapped out the barrel of the gun used in the shooting and then discarded the barrel. Defense attorney said the gun parts were inspiration for Crampton Brophy's writing and suggested someone else might have killed Brophy during a robbery gone wrong.
At the Culinary Institute.
Yeah. She testified during the trial that her presence near the culinary school on the day of her husband's death was mere coincidence and that she had parked in the area to work on her writing. That's her favorite Starbucks right there on that corner.
Okay. She just loves writing in her car.
Yep. Her how-to treatise detailed various options for committing an untraceable killing and professed a desire to avoid getting caught. Circuit Judge Christopher Ramris ultimately excluded the essay from the trial, noting it was published in 2011, so many years prior.
Yeah, prior.
Right, I know. I know.
Jesus.
I know. I'm with you. A prosecutor, however, alluded to the essay's themes without naming it after Crampton Brophy took the stand. She has remained in custody since her arrest in September of 2018, several months after her husband was shot, and her sentencing was scheduled for June 13th. So she's going to jail.
Okay.
She's
Second
guilty.
degree fucking gets me.
It's
Yeah.
a lot. I literally wrote about it.
That's gotta be a gender thing. That's gotta be a they didn't want to.
And there's a picture of her on the drive, and she just, she kind of looks like an amalgam of all of our moms.
Yeah.
Oh, she does.
It's just really, it's not what you picture.
Like
you
Anna
know?
Miss Sinclair.
Right. Like, we definitely took AP English from her.
Yes, she looks like an AP English teacher.
Mm-hmm. She's got a scarf.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's my future, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's like
Not
looking
that
in a
I'm
mirror.
ever going into education ever again.
No,
But murder.
But yeah,
Murder
the murder.
scarves.
And the scarves. Yeah, you did pick up a silk scarf in Vancouver. And it's
I
real
did. I was high as shit, and I thought
Yeah.
that I'd ever wear it again.
I hope you do,
was
because
so
it is gorgeous.
I remember you showing me that scarf, and I was just like, okay.
I was possessed by Kenyon's mom for a minute.
1,000%.
She would love it.
Well, when I was high as shit, I bought Prada jellies. So we all make choices.
I
Vancouver's fun,
was
y'all.
sober and watching Forensic Files alone in the hotel room.
Yeah,
Well.
it was a good day for all of us. This next one, it does bring up some old goose trauma that I have.
Okay. Who
Some
doesn't?
repressed goose. trauma.
There is a great photo on the drive, and here is the headline. This underwear-clad mom saved her pet goose from an eagle while breastfeeding.
Oh my
Breastfeeding the goose?
No, breastfeeding her baby, and there's a photo
A
on the
human
drive
baby.
taken from like her video doorbell or something
Oh.
of her in just underwear, topless. It's her back, so you can't see her boobs, protecting her goose, and off in the distance you can see the eagle like starting to take flight. It's so epic.
This is the best photograph of all time.
Isn't it so good? Also, I think those are MeUndies. They look familiar.
They're cute.
Mhm.
Her ass looks
and-
great.
She looks fabulous.
It's like one cheek is tucked up.
And you can see that she's still holding the baby. She's
Yeah.
barefoot.
The baby's attached.
She's just trying to get through her fucking
that's a
day.
good latch. You don't waste a good latch.
Hell no. Hell no.
Not.
Hell no.
Good landscaping too. Honestly,
Oh my
I'm
God,
jealous.
that built-in grill. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah, I'm
Beautiful
loving
house.
this. I'm loving this kind of like patio driveway situation
I
she's got
kind
going
of want
on.
to print and frame this
Do
still.
it.
It's incredible. It tells,
Frickin'
it
do it.
weaves such a story.
It really does.
It really does. And here's the rest of the story. We've all been there. That's how it starts. It's so good. You're breastfeeding your baby when your pet goose starts honking outside. Before you know it, a bald eagle has grabbed it by the neck and tries to fly off. Not this
God.
time, you say to yourself.
A whole fucking goose. It's not like geese are
and
small.
The whole goose and nothing but the goose, so help you God. So you and your nursing child run to fight the majestic eagle wearing only your partner's boxer shorts. Okay, so they're not hers. You know the drill. Okay, maybe you don't, but Kate Oakley does, and thank goodness there's video in which the underwear-clad mom chases the eagle from her pet goose while breastfeeding.
I love the baby's one arm out.
I know, just hanging out like, I'm in this now.
And her dirty,
I didn't even see the baby.
Yeah.
Her dirty bare foot.
Oh, yeah. She's wasting no time.
She really gets me.
It's so good.
Really good.
She was probably having a really nice time.
Yeah, just
10 seconds before this photo.
Yep.
Skin to skin, just bonding with that baby.
Yeah.
Topless, vibing.
And the honking. Disturbed by the honking.
Oh, hell no, not again.
Not today, Satan. So Oakley lives with her husband Mike and their 3 children in North Saanich, not Sandwich, on Vancouver Island, where she documents motherhood and home life for her Instagram account at Kate Oaks, CAITOAK.
So that's a multi-million dollar home right there.
There you go. Be an influencer.
Okay, say it again.
CAITOAKS. There you can watch her daily activities, which mostly consist of raising 3 kids, 2 under the age of 2, my God.
Oh, natural parenting.
Oh, gal. Growing vegetables and keeping chickens and geese. One of those geese, Frankie, even has her own TikTok account, where her most viral video, captured via a home security camera, has been viewed over 11 million times and counting.
Is it this video?
Yeah.
Can
The
I-
video's in the...
I gotta read you the oh my God, the link to her video is in her bio. Okay, here's her for her bio.
Okay.
Social worker turned hashtag 2 under 2 mama-ish. Living seaside off the coast of hashtag Vancouver Island, the girl who went viral saving her goose.
That's not a girl. That is a woman.
That's a woman.
Well, yeah, there's a link to the whole video. I will watch it during the break.
Oh, absolutely. So that just makes sense since it's the most heroic, absurd, and yet somehow extremely relatable video we've ever seen. Quote, we've lost... I don't relate to this, but it's fine. We've lost 3 chickens in the last week, the caption for the video reads. Mama bear mid-breastfeeding protecting her sweetie Frankie, officially living at a zoo.
Oh my God.
This goes on to say, honestly, multitasking to the point where you're nursing a child as you battle a massive bird of prey for your pet goose's life feels like a metaphor for modern motherhood. Since going viral, Oakley has taken to her Instagram account to clear a few things up, including the fact that she never expected to get so much attention. Quote, I would like to say that it was laundry day and I was wearing Mike's boxers and not tidy whities, as one person kindly pointed out. She also addressed the question of why she would have a pet goose in the first place. And she says, why wouldn't I have a pet goose? She follows me around the yard. Yeah, why the fuck not? She follows me around the yard and nips my butt for treats. What girl wouldn't want that? Okay, I was apprehensive, but now I love her. But while the daring rescue is extraordinary, it's also just an example of the most ordinary kind of reality. The baby needs to get fed, the laundry needs to get done, the bald eagle needs to be chased from carrying off the goose by the neck.
She's a pioneer woman.
She is.
She really is.
As a mom of 3, she says, I'm always breastfeeding and it's so natural. That's mom life summed up. Something is always going on when I'm feeding her and I'm always on the go. And for those concerned for Frankie's welfare, there's no reason to worry. Oakley assured her Instagram followers that her little internet sensation is A-okay.
For now.
That eagle found a good little buffet there for a while. 3 chickens in a week.
Honestly, he thought he had it made. And then Mama Bear came barreling nude out of the house.
When my mom lived outside of Seattle, people she knew lost like cats and stuff too. Mm-hmm. Birds of prey.
We have hawks in our neighborhood, so I got to be real careful when I take the bunnies in the yard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
But no problems yet. But we see them all the time. It's there, we are living in nature.
Yeah.
We're on
it's
the food
their
chain.
world. We're just living in it.
They gotta
Exactly.
eat too.
This next headline, I just really related to this deeply, so thought I would include it. From the Lancashire Post. McDonald's drive-thru in Leyland blocked by angry man who refused to wait for sausage and egg McMuffins.
What?
The stalemate began at around 9:30 a.m. shortly after the customer, Stuart Yates, 55, drove up to the restaurant on Churchill Way and requested the 2 breakfast meals. He said, quote, "A week ago, I got made to wait in the car park for over 15 minutes. A lad spotted me and said, 'Oh, it's him again,' because last time I complained. They said, 'Go and wait in the car park.' And I said, 'I'm not going anywhere till I get my food.'" The drive-through lane has been closed and police have been called to the scene. A staff member said the other cars have managed to reverse out and now he won't move. We asked him to park up and he wouldn't. So now he's just sat there. Quote, "He only wanted a small order. It only would have taken a minute. Now he's refusing to move. He wouldn't park. He wouldn't accept the food. He wouldn't accept a refund. He's been sat there for a good 20 minutes now."
He wouldn't accept the food?
Yeah, because he was like so mad that they were like, "Can you pull over there?" It's like, "I'm in a drive-through for a reason. No. I'm not leaving without my food."
Oh my God.
Stewart said he was willing to hold up the drive-through for a week if necessary. He said, "A girl came out and threw my money and change into my car roof and said, 'Leave her, I'm calling the police.' And I said, 'I paid by card,' and said, 'Put it back on my card.' But they said, 'No.' I said, 'I'm going nowhere till I've had my money put back on my card. It's not a big ask, Shirley.'" Don't call me Shirley. And I assume legend has it he's still there.
Yeah.
I like that he didn't want to wait for his food.
I don't want to
So
wait.
he super waited
Yep.
Yeah.
for
So he
not
just
his food.
And
stayed.
shut down the whole drive-through.
I would be so irritated.
I know.
If I were behind him.
I know. I'd be pissed too. But, you know, I'm wishing and up in his meds wherever he is now.
Yeah. There's no need to get that worked up, sir.
You really
Especially
don't.
with what I assume your blood pressure is if you're ordering 2 breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's not a smile man. He kind of looks like a thumb.
Oh.
But, you know, I'd put a picture on the
Classic
drive, but it's
thumb.
like all videos, so I just didn't.
Okay.
But, you know, I understand not wanting to wait for your sandwiches, but frankly, if they're having you wait a minute, it just means they're making them fresh. It's better that way.
Uh-huh.
Fresh. It's worth the wait. All right, I got a couple more here for you. This next one really needs no introduction, so I'm just going to dive in. Quote, "Hoochie Hut strip club sign raising eyebrows and concerns in Waynesville."
What for?
I think we'll get to it. This is from Waynesville, North Carolina. A sign in Waynesville is causing some controversy. The bright green sign reads, "Future site of the Hoochie Hut, 24-hour adult superstore and strip club." Rich Black, who lives feet away from the sign, has some concerns. Quote, "It's not appropriate," Black said. "I'm glad I don't have kids here. They had some fun with the word coming, and that's just not appropriate. I mean, really? Come on." And yes, there's a picture of the sign on the door. I love the hoochie. Oh, they blacked out coming because it's spelled C-U-M-M-I.
We figured.
Oh, that's
So
the name of a
good.
town close to here.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know what the big fuss is. In addition to
Come
traffic,
on.
come on. In addition to traffic and parking issues, Black said he's worried about the financial impacts of the potential new business, and he did some online research. Oh, thank God.
Oh my God, this sign says a few pretty girls and a couple ugly ones.
Yes.
Gross.
Oh my
I know.
God.
I
it's
object to
not-
that.
Well, yeah. Also, it appears there are exposed cartoon nipples, which they've also blocked out on here.
Cartoon.
So, you know, save the children for the cartoon
Free
nipples.
the cartoon nipples.
Yeah. Quote, "The only thing that would be worse for lowering your property value would be if you have a bad school district," Black said. "It would be better if this was a sewer plant instead of a strip joint." According to Black, he also looked up Haywood County's planning and zoning regulations. He says, quote, "You can't have anything like that unless it's more than 1,300 feet from the edge of the property," Black said. "I'm one of those that say you can do whatever you want with your property, but if it's against zoning ordinances, as far as I know, or it's seriously impacting people next to you, then maybe we need to think about this and have a meeting of the minds."
So that's the opposite of you can do whatever you want with your property.
Yeah.
Precisely.
That's literally the opposite of what you just said.
Black says he hopes the whole thing is a joke. Property owner Dustin Smith declined to go on camera, but told News 13's Hannah McKenzie right now he's using the land to store cars as an extension of his vehicle repair business. Smith stayed tight-lipped about the future plans for the property. Myrna Campbell, who lives in the neighborhood across from the sign, said she doesn't believe the proposed strip club is real.
Why would
She's a truther.
Okay, yeah. Why would they go to all that trouble if it wasn't real?
I mean, it's just a sign.
It's hilarious.
It's just like a soft, roll-up sign, like our wine and crime signs.
Oh, okay.
She said, quote, "It's just his way of striking back at the neighbor who questioned what his intent was for the property," she said.
Oh, okay. Well, that is
even better.
That is so much better.
I hope that's what it is. He's just trying to fire him up. That'd be amazing. Campbell, who serves as secretary of Hunt Estates Homeowners Association, called the sign an act of retaliation after neighbors brought up an issue of Smith storing cars on the lot.
Okay, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
It's together now.
Quote, "Our main concern is that regulations be followed and it be done properly if he is going to use that as a place to store inoperable vehicles," Campbell said. "It's just unfortunate that he has chosen to behave in this manner because all that was done initially was when one of the homeowners saw the junk cars on the lot. All she did was call and ask what his intent was with the property, and he got angry about that, and this is his retribution, I guess." According to Campbell, she has written to the Haywood County manager citing concerns.
So, this is funny, but I also bet this dude is a nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure. I think everyone involved in this is a nightmare.
Right.
That's my theory.
Hot take
is that
everyone sucks.
Everybody sucks. I love it. So, hoochie hut or not, Smith says he does plan to add privacy fencing around his property, and a business registration search for hoochie hut on North Carolina's Secretary of State website came up with 0 results. So I think it is just a prank. But yeah,
that's fucking funny.
It's incredible. I love it. I got to put up my hoochie hut sign in my yard, but my neighbors would just love it.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't even bat an eye.
Yeah, it would not have.
Amanda.
They'd be like, "Are we raising money for the hoochie hut?"
Let's do it. Like last year, people drove by to take pictures with my shitters full yard decorations for Christmas. They loved it.
What?
I got a inflatable Christmas camper from Christmas Vacation that just says "shitters full" in huge letters on top of it.
I didn't know about this.
Well, I accidentally broke it, so it didn't live for that long, but I will get another one for next year.
Were you riding it?
No, I wasn't riding it, but I had inflated it to see how it looked, but it was too early for my Christmas decorations to be fully out. Mm-hmm. So I deflated it, but then we got freezing rain. And it froze in a pile in the yard. And then I tried to defrost it and then inflate it again. But the ice had cut a big hole in it.
Yeah, that ice will get you.
Yeah, it sucks. So next time I just have to know that I don't put it out early. And once it's out, it stays plugged in and going. It stays rolling. It's a permanent fixture for the season.
Well, I hope you can find it again this year.
Oh, gal, I know exactly where to get them. I'm not concerned. All right, I got 2 more for you. This next headline, again, no introduction. We're just enjoy the photo that's on the drive. Stop picking carnivorous penis plants, Cambodian environmental officials plead. Just stop. People picking penis pitcher plant poses problems.
That's why you get into journalism.
It really, the alliteration. The Cambodian government recently asked people to stop picking a rare carnivorous plant that, when viewed from a certain angle, looks a lot like human genitalia.
Like any angle.
Yeah. The Cambodian Ministry of Environment shares images on Facebook of 3 women snatching up pitcher plants and posing with them.
Snatching
them up, grabbing them, jacking them up. And ministry officials requested that the members of the public leave the rare plants alone. What they're doing is wrong, and please don't do it again in the future, the Ministry of Environment wrote on May 11th in a Facebook post.
I couldn't be any clearer.
I don't know how to be any clearer, David. Fold it in. Thank you for loving natural resources, but don't harvest so it goes to waste. Some news websites have reported that this plant is Nepenthes holdenii. But it's actually a closely related species called Nepenthes bocarensis. Crushed it. Jeremy Holden, a freelance wildlife photographer who first discovered the plant, I'm not going to say it again, and Francois May, a botanical illustrator who described both species separately, told Live Science what the actual name of the plant was. The 2 plants with the similar names are similar in appearance, and both only occur in nearby mountain ranges, which may explain the confusion. However, one plant is rarer of the 2, and only a few researchers know where to find it.
Few researchers and a bunch of
women
of
ladies.
bachelorette parties.
I was just gonna say this was a bachelorette nature hike.
Oh my God, fun!
Gross. I'm putting another picture on the
Don't
drive.
make me do a bachelorette nature hike.
Oh, absolutely not. Okay. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
And also, this other picture, like the one in the bottom left, it just looks like the mushroom cap.
Ick.
Like it's a tip.
No, I don't like it.
She's
I don't
a
like
dick.
it. I don't like it either. Oh.
She's a
No,
dick.
I don't. No.
A lot of the rest of this article is like about the plant, which meh. When you smell it, it smells sweet like candy, this says.
Oh, okay, Mandy Moore.
Right. I'm missing you like candy, penis plant.
Ew.
Insects feed on the nectar around the mouth of the penis's modified leaves that, when mature, resemble, this says pitchers, but penises. When insects fall inside the penis, they drown in digestive fluids and the hungry plants absorb their nutrients.
Gross.
A penis plant's phallic resemblance is most pronounced when the leaves are still developing and the pitcher is closed. So it doesn't look like a mouth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I don't
so
care.
stop
I don't
picking
like
them.
it.
Gross. But also, nature. It's just take a picture. You get the same level of enjoyment laughing about it if you just take a picture and
frankly,
don't harm
you get
the plant.
more because it's just going to die if you pick it. May noted that while the phallic appearance of the plant is fun, picking them could jeopardize their survival. And that can also really alter an ecosystem. So don't do that shit. Quote, if people are interested, even in a funny way, to pose, to take selfies with the plants, it's fine. Just do not pick the pitchers because it weakens the plant because the plant needs these pitchers to feed. Yeah. So they're not you can't cut these plants. You're essentially destroying its root system that gets it fed.
Right.
But yeah. All right. I just love those pictures and they're so disgusting.
That's true.
I have one more, and this is kind of it's like a Puritan crimes moment, and the winner of douche of the month is this goat.
Oh,
no, it's not a goat. It's a sheep. Sorry.
Okay.
God.
Here we go. Sheep sentenced to 3 years in jail after being convicted of killing a woman. And if you look on the drive, it's the scariest animal I've ever seen.
Oh, nice little smile.
What? Smile?
Look at its eye.
Smiling.
Mm-mm. That thing is not smiling. It's smirking.
Yeah, smiling.
Yeah. So a sheep has been sentenced to jail for 3 years after he was found guilty of killing a woman. The ram was taken into police custody in South Sudan earlier this month after it attacked a 45-year-old woman who later died as a result of her injuries.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The ram attacked her by hitting her ribs, and the woman died immediately. So this is what happened, and it just happened in this small town. Our role as police is to provide safety and separate fights. The ram was apprehended and currently under custody at a police station. They explained why the ram was arrested for its actions. It says, quote, the owner is innocent and the ram is the one who perpetrated the crime. So it deserves to be arrested. Then later on the case shall be forwarded to customary court where the case can be handled amicably. So I assume the owner of the sheep will probably have to pay some kind of restitution
damages
or fine.
or something. Yeah.
But the ram will now spend the next 3 years in a military camp in South Sudan. It's unknown if the animal has expressed remorse for this crime.
Oh, no.
I mean, look at that fucker. I don't think it has.
I don't think it has. I mean, also, if they're saying the owner is not at fault, maybe the woman went into the ram's pen.
Maybe.
And, like, the owner really is just, like, what could they fuck? You know, it's an animal.
The owner did have to hand over 5 cows to the victim's family as compensation. So restitution has been paid somewhat.
Right. Also, in the U.S., we used to put animals on trial for murder as well, and
That's what I mean.
Dress them in clothing for said trials.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a Puritan crimes throwback.
Absolutely.
The ram's owner and the victim's family are related, and they're also neighbors. That makes it. That's going to make the next holiday
complicated.
A little awkward.
Yeah. What are you serving?
Yeah.
Goat.
And when the ram... Oh, okay. This is an interesting one. When the ram is freed from prison, it will also be gifted to the victim's family in accordance with local law.
I wouldn't want it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'd want the murder weapon.
Well, I guess you could butcher it and...
That's true. They could eat it. But I feel like it's already kind of nasty looking.
It to them.
Oh, sure. I hope they could get something out of it. She looks a little skinny. I don't know. Both families have since signed a contract to formalize the agreement with police, and community leaders acted as witnesses. So sad.
Well, good community justice, though.
I know. I like that. And, okay. This says that she is not the first person to fall victim to a malevolent sheep. Last year, a woman in the U.S. died after being attacked by a sheep at a farm. Kim Taylor was working as a volunteer at the Cultivate Care Farms in Bolton, Massachusetts, when she was badly injured by the animal. Boston police and emergency services arrived on the scene, but she quickly took a turn for the worse.
Oh my God.
She was 73 years old. She was alone caring for livestock in a pen when a sheep charged at her and repeatedly rammed her. Jesus.
I mean, it's in the name.
Yeah, ram. This resulted in Taylor having extensive, serious injuries before she went into cardiac arrest shortly after police officers arrived. She was sent to Marlborough Hospital, and where she later died from her injuries.
That is really tragic. And also just like, can you imagine your like retired mom or whatever is volunteering at a farm?
Yeah.
It's so cute. And then you get this phone call.
Oh, God. Yeah, nope. I used to like kind of dream about having a hobby farm.
Oh my
and
God.
now I have second thoughts.
No.
Don't do that. I'm not going to let you do that.
That sheep is the douche of the month, and those are my headlines.
Nice.
Wow. What a wild ride.
It was
a wild
really,
ride.
Really a manic
We've
batch.
been around the world. Yeah.
We truly have. This was an ADHD haul.
This was global. We've got Vancouver.
We've got South Sudan.
We've got Australia. We've got wherever the penis plants grow.
Cambodia. I think actually the McDonald's guy might have also been in the UK.
Well, look at that.
Can
that
you
was
believe?
Your most international batch to date.
I think you might be right about that. Thank you so much. And if you have headlines you want to send me, you can go to the Contact Us page on our website, winingcrimepodcast.com, and use that funny headlines drop down so we know exactly whose folder it's supposed to go into.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Should we hear a little word from our sponsors?
Let's do it.
Please.
FrameBridge makes it easier and more affordable than ever to frame your favorite things without ever leaving the house, which is one of my favorite things. Mm-hmm. You can add a gallery wall to your home office or send an easy, foolproof gift, especially for all those weddings that you have coming up. Hello?
Yeah.
Hint, hint. From art prints and posters to the photos sitting on your phone, you can FrameBridge just about anything.
Literally. So here is how it works. You just go to framebridge.com and upload your photo, or they will send you packaging to safely mail in your physical pieces. I would trust this packaging with
my life.
Yes, absolutely.
I've sent very precious, sentimental stuff in through FrameBridge, and the packaging is just so well designed and everything comes back safely.
Oh, yeah. So after that, you preview your item online in dozens of frame styles and gallery wall layouts. God, I love a gallery wall. Mm-hmm. You choose your favorite, or you get free recommendations from their talented designers. I've done both. I would also trust their designers with my life.
Yep.
The experts at FrameBridge will custom frame your item and deliver your finished piece directly to your door, ready to hang. All you need is a hammer. Mm-hmm. Instead of the hundreds you'd pay at a framing store, their prices start at $39, and all shipping is free. Back and forth, people. It's free. Mm-hmm. Plus, our listeners will get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when they use our code WINECRIME. Order online at framebridge.com or stop by a FrameBridge store to work with a designer in person if you're in New York, DC, Atlanta, Philly, Boston, or Chicago.
FrameBridge is just like a great idea and great execution. I just love it. So get started today. Frame your photos or send someone the perfect gift. Go to framebridge.com and use promo code WINECRIME to save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code WINECRIME. Again, framebridge.com, promo code WINECRIME, and treat your walls.
Treat them. Using Talkspace feels a little bit like having a therapist in your pocket, because it is a tiny little therapist in your pocket. Mm-hmm. That's why being able to reach out to my therapist or psychiatrist anytime, from anywhere, makes taking care of my mental health super duper easy. I'm more relaxed when I'm traveling, knowing that if I need to talk with my therapist, I can just send a message from wherever I am. Working through things in therapy can be tough, but connecting with my therapist isn't.
It's, a lot of the barriers to traditional therapy kept me out of getting the help that I needed for a very long time because my schedule changes a lot. It's hard to stick to an appointment, weeks or a month in advance. It's hard to, put on pants,
leave
the
home.
house, and then drive in traffic. All of the things. And so with Talkspace, I don't have to deal with any of those barriers to care. It's just so convenient. I just wholeheartedly recommend Talkspace for therapy. You can sign up online and start therapy the same day as you sign up.
That's crucial.
You can text, video, or send voice messages to your licensed therapist. So it's just incredibly convenient to have virtual sessions from the comfort of your home. They've just thought of everything. I love that it's affordable. They've got a great therapist network, and the app is very secure. So Talkspace is secure and private using the latest end-to-end bank-grade encryption technology to store client information, and they comply with the latest HIPAA regulations, so you can feel secure there too.
It's incredible. As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $100 off your first month with Talkspace. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com. Make sure to use the code GALS, G-A-L-S, to get $100 off your first month and show your support for this show. That's GALS and Talkspace.com. Treat your brain.
Treat it. Are we ready for some coven confessions?
Yes.
Fucking always.
I went for a theme this month.
Yes.
So the theme is sex and romance.
Ooh.
All
The theme is an essay entitled How to Get Away with Killing Your Husband.
Yeah. Okay. First one up. Quote, growing up, I was not allowed to date till I was 16. Most of my friends when I was 14 or 15 had already experienced their first kisses and dates. I had a friend who would always make fun of me for not dating. Fuck that friend. Mm-hmm. Being embarrassed to tell her I wasn't allowed to date, I did what any 14-year-old would do. What would you do?
Date.
Yeah.
In secret.
Yeah.
Or
Duh.
I faked having a boyfriend.
Oh. He goes to another school.
You don't know him. I met him at camp. Now, you may think that I just told her I met a guy and we started dating and then maybe make it end and it would be like nothing happened.
That would be the smart move.
But no. My lie got so out of hand, I had to create a fake phone number.
Oh, yeah.
Using one of those free texting apps, and even created fake messages on my phone of him and I talking back and forth.
Love that for you.
And of course, it gets worse. She wanted me to prove that he was real. So I even went as far as creating a fake private Instagram where he posted photos of me with cute captions.
Oh my God.
Gotta make the fake boyfriend perfect. And I gave my friend his number so she could text him directly.
Oh my God.
But of course,
he's imagined.
Yeah. But, she has to run this whole second identity.
This is so overwhelming.
Yeah, I know. I made it so he lived in a different city, obviously. So she didn't have the opportunity to meet him. And you may be thinking, oh, well, I faked a boyfriend. Who hasn't? Now, it's been 10 years since this all went down, and I honestly don't know how this happened, but I ended up creating another fake number to pretend that I was also his brother. And a fake number for his fake sister.
Honey, what a tangled web we weave.
Spiraling.
It's too complicated.
My God.
A longer story short, I tried to break up with him, and my friend ended up trying to get us back together because I was so sad.
He was such a good boyfriend.
How could you break up? All he ever did was post pictures of you with cute captions.
Very attentive.
Oh my God. Amazing.
Well, we fake got back together.
We've been married ever since.
And I didn't know how to end my lie since it had been months of me faking this relationship.
Oh my God.
So I did what any teenage girl who reads love stories would do. I killed him off.
I knew it.
Yes.
I knew it. Yes.
Got to.
Oh my God. This is going down a Girl from Plainville road.
I told her he got in a car accident and died.
My
I went as
God.
far as crying on her shoulder and pretending to be super sad about it for months.
Oh my God.
That's like some Munchausen level shit.
This
Little
is
bit.
such a commitment.
It's a lot.
I would have gotten so bored of this ruse. I would have forgotten the logins to all of the other numbers.
You would have started dating somebody in real life and your friend would have been really
1,000%.
pissed at you.
Yep, I would have lost a lot of friends.
All right. Anyways, I'm a terrible friend, and to this day, she still has no idea it was all a lie.
Well, she's gonna find out now if she listens.
No, this happens all the time.
This is pretty spot on. Pretty niche.
So there you go. Don't fake a boyfriend, or do, but don't let it spiral.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Teenage brains are so dumb.
Yes. They literally cannot plan ahead and think of future consequences. They can physiologically only think of immediate consequences.
Yeah. I love it. I'm obsessed.
Okay, next one. I'm almost caught up on the show, and while I love all of these are from like over a year ago. I'm almost caught up on the show, and while I love every episode, my favorites would have to be the beloved GACC episodes.
Same.
I've been thinking for months about what I could possibly write in about, and today, after several puffs of the devil's lettuce, it hit me. The most stressful stunt I got away with while living with my parents.
Oh, God.
Now, to start, I was never a bad kid. I never had bad grades, never got in trouble at home or in school, never even really did anything that my parents told me not to, besides drive to the city that was 20 minutes away occasionally.
Okay, I did that.
Yeah. While this story isn't necessarily about doing something my parents told me not to do, I definitely wasn't doing what I thought they were doing.
Okay.
Sorry. I put these notes together a while ago, so now I can't I honestly don't know where this is going. I can't remember. Fine. Okay. By the way, I'm sorry, this may be a little sexually explicit. Oh, it's going somewhere.
All right.
Okay.
So right when I turned 18, I lost my virginity and then hit the ground running with a hoe phase.
Yes, girl. Go.
That's when to do it, honestly, as long as you're safe.
Get plowing.
This hoe phase. Your hips are flexible. Your body's still producing collagen.
Yeah, you don't need a hot bath and then like ice on your lower back. Because, hi.
Some icy hot.
Yeah, I'm like there.
This hoe phase was sponsored by an assortment of dating apps where I met many a gentleman caller. One of these lads I met lived at an airport base about 45 minutes away from my house. An airport base? Lived there?
Maybe they meant Air Force Base.
Maybe. Okay.
That sounds more reasonable.
Yeah. He was only there temporarily, so they hadn't provided him with a car or anything to get around. This man was homeless. I'm sorry. I'm calling
It's possible.
So my idiotic, desperately horny ass, I got my idiotic, desperately horny ass down to that military base. Okay. On a Friday night, picked this stranger up and drove around with him for 45 minutes trying to find somewhere dark to do the deed.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I've done that. Been there.
No.
I'm following.
Of course.
Oh, no.
So far,
Stranger?
no red flags. Yeah, why not?
We finally found a place. I put the back seats down in my hand-me-down 2004 Chevy Trailblazer.
Incredible.
And we bumped uglies. Once we are done, he looks at me and says, "By the way, the condom slipped off."
By the way, no, it didn't, and that's assault.
Okay, so I thought that as well, but sometimes accidents do happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not a by the way.
I know, right.
mention.
I know, but it'll all make sense in a moment.
Okay.
Now, I was on birth control, but I took it very irregularly because, once again, I was 18. So I just told him that I was going to go get Plan B and not to worry about it. I then looked at my phone to see that my father had called me 3 times wondering where I was.
Uh-oh.
I knew it was bad if he called me more than once, so I quickly called him back and told him I would be back soon from my friend's house. Problem is, the friend's house he thought I was at was 20 minutes away, while I'm more than an hour away at this point.
Oh, God.
And she's got to drive this dude back to the Air Force Base.
Yep, that is, wow. On my way.
Everywhere in the valley is 45 minutes.
Sun Valley.
Where are you, Cher?
In the valley.
Oh my God. I threw the dude's clothes at him and I made him.
This isn't a liar. I know what up?
Love that movie.
I threw the dude's clothes at him and made him finish getting dressed while I hauled ass back to the military base, dropped him off, and then hauled ass on the freeway the whole way back. I also stopped and went into Walmart, waddling at 1 a.m. with my hair fucked up.
Wow. Are you sure I didn't write this?
With my hair fucked up.
Oh, my God.
Bought Plan B and nothing else. And made it home in 45 minutes.
Oh, no.
When I got home, I said hi to my dad, told him I had stayed a bit longer to finish a movie. I had to finish a movie when we got off the phone. And then went upstairs to finally pee and take my baby be gone.
Baby be gone.
Oh, my God.
What I found when I went to pee still haunts me to this day.
Okay, now I'm getting it. All right.
I went to wipe and pulled a whole condom out of my cooter.
Yep. Okay.
This is what happened to me the only time I've had to take Plan B. The condom got stuck inside.
Lodged. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What this idiot had failed to tell me is that when the condom fell off, he didn't know where it went.
I don't know. It disappeared.
I don't know. I put it on, and then when I pulled it out, it was gone. It's a magic condom.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now you see it. Now you don't.
Nice it.
Despite all this, I still slept
She pulled a coin out from behind it.
I don't know.
Behind her ear.
So that explains
By the way,
dubs.
the condom fell off, but I found this. Want to see how many scarves I have up my sleeve?
So despite all this, I still slept with him one more time before he left the base, and he gave me $20 for half of the plan B.
He left $20 on the nightstand. That's a gentleman.
You know, he shouldn't have to go Dutch. I'm sorry. That should be
that's a
first date rules. You gotta pay for the whole plan B.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I doubt this will get on air. Oh, girl, it got on air.
It did. Yeah.
But hopefully you can at least laugh at my expense for a second.
Oh, my God. I had to, absolutely walk of shame to get some Plan B at a CVS in Boston after I slept with that random guy while borrowing my sister's car, which I kept all night. She had, no idea where I was. And then that was the guy who I left the Christmas card on his pillow because I didn't have any other paper. I just left him a Christmas card that said, "Thanks for the sex," and then left. I was so hungover. Dragged my ass.
Is that when you barfed glitter?
No, that was a different time. Also in Boston. And where I texted my sister frantically because I was like, "I'm at Dumpster Matt's house. You need to come pick me up. I just threw up glitter and I peed all over his bathroom floor from puking so violently. Please come get me."
Is Dumpster Matt related to Cancun Matt?
No.
Oh, Matt Cancun.
I've never been to Cancun.
Neither have I.
But Matt had.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no.
Okay.
Dumpster Matt knows exactly who he is. He's a listener. Hello.
Thanks for the sex.
I peed all over your floor. I cleaned it up.
Okay. All right, next one. Maybe from Amanda, maybe not.
Okay.
All right, quote, "Here's another story from my high school days that somehow never resulted in any consequences."
As the best stories do.
At 16, my boyfriend and I started having sex again, as you do. This person sent in 2 confessions in one email, but I just went with this one.
Okay.
Being absolutely terrified at the prospect of being on the TV show 16 and Pregnant, I decided to research how to use a condom on my family computer.
Oh, God.
Honey, are you homeschooled?
I bet it was a while ago.
We had a family computer.
Yeah, we didn't have cell phones till senior year of high school.
You learn how to use a condom in sex ed.
Well, if this
you're
was a little bit
attention.
early. Yeah.
16?
She
We learned
made
about that shit in 4th grade.
She might have needed a refresher.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay.
We cybered on the family computer together as a joke.
Oh, yeah. A lot.
A lot.
Okay, this is how she researched how to use a condom.
Amazing.
More specifically.
Oh, no.
I copied and pasted an article from cosmopolitan.com about how to put on a condom, which I then printed out and gave to my boyfriend.
No!
MapQuest style.
And hung from the rear view mirror so I could get to
which
the Mall of America.
Laminated, folded into a cutesy little airplane.
Oh my God, I so remember printing MapQuest directions and pinning them to the rear view mirror so you could see it while you're driving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Life hacks, baby.
Life hack.
Follow me for more tips.
It's really hard to look at MapQuest directions while you're driving.
So hard.
You have to change over the page like you're playing the piano.
Or you have to print it small enough to fit on one page and then you could barely read it.
Yeah.
You guys, MapQuest still exists and it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke.
Yep, if it ain't broke, don't fuck with a good thing.
Okay, I just love the cosmopolitan.com and the printing out. Oh my God. The copy and pasting and then printing out.
It's so good. It's so cute. I love it.
Not bad for a teenager, right? Wrong.
No.
Being 16 and an idiot, I failed to close the Word doc.
Oh, honey.
That evening, my mom, who obviously noticed this weird document detailing how to put on a condom that was left completely open on the family computer.
Not even minimized?
I don't know. Teenage brain.
Full screen.
That's done. Like they
On to the next.
Yeah, they're not thinking. They're not capable of thought. My mom directly asked me if me and my boyfriend were having sex.
No.
Not wanting to get into trouble, I said, obviously not. Look at what I just printed.
I'm clearly not ready.
Not wanting to get into trouble, I said no. She then asked about the document that was left open.
It's for school.
Yeah, it's for school. It's for health class.
The dossier.
The seal dossier.
Oh my.
The latex dossier.
Oh my God.
I said, oh, that? I did that for my friend. She wants to start having sex.
Oh, good.
But doesn't have a computer to look
I did that for Amanda.
Oh, yeah. I would have
actually thrown your ass under the bus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Samantha.
No. Yeah, Samantha. That was our go-to.
Yeah,
I'm either staying at Samantha's house or this pregnancy test is for Samantha. But in a lot of cases, it was.
It
true.
really was.
It was 75% true. Okay.
That's why our parents bought it every time.
Hook, line, and sinker, baby.
She doesn't have a computer to look stuff up like that herself, so I printed it out to give to her to make sure she was being safe. That actually is more...
That's a good lie.
Yeah. My mom was really happy with that answer, and she applauded me for being responsible for my friend.
That's my good little angel, my chaste little angel.
That's a good mom, though.
Yeah.
The support. That's great.
So that's just everything about that is perfection.
I love it so much.
Okay. Next one. More of a serious one, and then we'll end with a funny. Okay. Hello, gals. I wanted to write in about a crazy story that at the time was very scary, and it can be considered the worst things I've done in my life so far of the upcoming bad decisions on my part.
So far.
Okay.
I am a gay man living in the deep South / Bible Belt. I'm still not out to any of my family or most of my friends, so I do wish to remain anonymous. Don't you worry, honey. Where I live, there isn't much opportunity for me to fully express myself, especially when it comes to getting frisky. So when I had the opportunity to travel for work, I was excited about the possibility of being far away from anyone that I knew and being able to get it on as I pleased.
Go, girl.
As soon as I got to the hotel, I opened up Grindr and was disappointed when there were even fewer options than I had in my hometown.
Oh, that sucks.
Thanks, conference in the middle of nowhere.
Boo.
So when a blank profile began messaging me, I didn't hesitate to message back. We exchanged pleasantries and...
DPs.
Oh, and more. And the more he sent was quite attractive. Let's just call him Arby because he had the meat.
Okay.
I like that.
So this is where I made my first bad decision.
Arby singular.
Arby wanted me to meet him at his friend's hotel room so the three of us could enjoy the evening together. The friend then messaged me and we exchanged the same pleasantries. Still on board, I walked across the street to the hotel and room. The man who greeted me, however, was not the man from the pictures.
Oh, God.
The old, I think, mid-50s man who answered said that he was the friend in question and that Arby was running late.
Arby.
What? Arby.
Okay.
So this guy had only seen pictures of Arby.
Right. And then this
who looks
rando.
cute and young and big dicked. And then this was the rando friend who was older.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I'm meeting you here
right.
on behalf of so-and-so. He's on his way. Yeah, no.
At about that time, I got a message from Arby saying something to the same effect. Still horny and not thinking straight, I made my second bad decision and proceeded into the hotel room, whereupon the old man immediately stepped in between me and the door and locked it.
Oh, my God. Oh, I just started sweating.
Ew.
This is when I got uncomfortable. He creepily started smiling and telling me how beautiful I was. He said he couldn't wait for Arby to get there and how we were going to have a splendid time.
Ick.
That
Use
word.
of the word splendid is
never good.
not okay. Yeah. No, unless it's in
Red flag.
Downton Abbey, run.
Realizing that this was not what I had signed up for,
No, honey.
I made my third bad decision and asked if I could use his bathroom. Without waiting for an answer, I went farther into the room and into the bathroom. There, I messaged RB and received a response saying, quote, I'm not going to be able to make it, but you and my friend have fun.
Oh.
He's lonely and you two will have a good time.
Ew,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
It finally hit me that I had, in fact, been catfished.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do
Oh,
not know
God.
that this old man had any illicit intentions other than guilting me into touching his nethers, which is bad.
That's bad.
That's if you don't
Illicit.
If you don't want to have sex with someone and they're trying to make you have sex with them, that's assault. But I wasn't about to stick around and find out. I bolted out of the bathroom to find the old man on the bed undressing, asking if I was ready.
Ew.
I just said, I'm thirsty and I'm going to get a drink. I rushed to the door, unlocked it, and ran down the hall to the elevator and began frantically pressing the buttons like out of a horror film.
Yes, get out of there.
I made it back to my own room unaccosted. I pulled out my phone to see angry messages from Arby asking why the fuck I left and telling me how upset his friend was.
Were they in the same hotel?
No, it sounds...
Okay.
Probably the same fuquing person.
Oh,
they
it's
definitely
one
was.
person.
They were,
yeah. And I think it sounds like they're, like a La Quinta and a Quality Inn across the street from each other, it sounds like.
Okay. Yeah.
Is what I'm picturing, completely made up on my own part. I gave them both a good cussing out for the deception, blocked them, and took care of myself so that I could think clearly before making the same mistake twice.
Oh, no.
Before going back on Grindr.
Honey, get back on the horse.
Yeah.
You still deserve to get laid
Yeah.
by a real person.
In safety.
Yeah.
I know this may not be the typical coven confession, but I hope it can serve as a message to others to think before they let their hormones take control. I was very young when this happened and hadn't had any experience with those types of situations. Since then, I've learned that there isn't any dick worth going outside of your comfort zone for, and there isn't any situation where you can't say no. Woo!
Absolutely.
Fuck politeness. Sorry, wrong podcast. I mean, screw anyone who tells you otherwise.
Love it.
Thank you, gals, so much for all the laughs. Your podcast has been one of the many that helped open up the world to me outside of the small, closed-minded place I grew up in.
Aww.
And hearing these stories each month reminds me that there are so many supportive, awesome, amazing people out there just like you three.
Oh,
that's so
baby.
So sweet. And I hope you find a real RB.
I
Yeah.
hope so too.
You did the right thing.
Or
You had the meat.
You were the real RB all along.
Yeah, the RB is inside you.
Look inward to find Arby.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the Mary.
All right.
I'm the Arby.
I'm the RB.
Okay, last one. Again, this is from a while ago, but you will all know what it's referencing.
Oh, God. Okay.
Quote, I am so upset at last week's coven confession about the girl giving her boyfriend a BJ in the car.
Why?
Which one?
Because it was when the parents were driving.
Oh, right.
Here I am cooking my dinner at 26 years old, listening to my favorite podcast, and when out of nowhere, I get flooded with this memory I didn't even know I had.
Repressed goose memory. Repressed goose.
Of me at 15 giving a boy a hand job in the car while my parents drove.
No, I never did this. Ever.
No.
I would have
but
been
I have friends
way
who have
too
done
scared.
this.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Like there is
Not me.
Neither of you. Like there is no way that shit was subtle, and I am cringing so hard at this repressed memory that I now have to deal with.
Oh.
And the knowledge that my parents probably know that they were driving around a 15-year-old boy while he sat in his cum-soaked undies.
Oh my
Please, gals, cleanse me of my sins.
No, that's between you and your God.
We do not have the absolution power.
I mean, I am a minister, but I'm choosing not to cleanse you.
You can marry her to someone in cum-soaked undies, but
I could cleanse her.
Oh my God.
That is foul.
It
Absolutely
definitely was not subtle. And if we have any teen listeners, nothing you do is subtle.
You're not getting away with it.
You're not. They're just way too mortified
How
to
would they
call
know?
you out in
They're
the moment.
Know.
How would they know?
They know.
Know.
They know. Oh my God, they know.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. So those are the Coven Confessions this month.
I am so upset.
That was a good batch.
Because I'd also repressed that confession.
Okay, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors.
Okay. There are so many options out there for makeup. Just too many.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking for makeup without parabens, sulfates, or phthalates, whatever the heck that is, you should definitely check out Thrive Cosmetics. And cosmetics is spelled like cause, C-A-U-S-E, because that word is in the name for a reason. Every purchase supports organizations that help communities thrive.
I love Thrive Cosmetics because not only do they give back, but also they just make really good products. Like, it's just quality products that do what they say they're gonna do. So one of my absolute favorite Thrive Cosmetic products that I have reordered time and time again, just reordered again because I used up the whole thing before, are the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. Okay, this is their best-selling product. It has more than 20,000 five-star reviews, and you know what? I need to go add my 5-star review because I haven't done that yet, but I love this stuff. It is ultra lengthening, this like eye-opening mascara. I have blonde eyelashes that look like they don't exist if I'm not wearing mascara. This stuff is great. It lasts all day without clumping, smudging, flaking. It doesn't like irritate my eyes, and it mimics the look of lash extensions without all the damaging like glue and the insanely expensive salon prices for lash extensions. Like, been there, done that, can't go back.
I'm over it.
And one of the best parts about the Thrive Cosmetics mascara is the easy removal. So it has like a tubing formula. So it lasts really well, but then it also like slides off right away with warm water and a washcloth. Like, you don't need soap or like extra makeup removal products. I don't know how they do with it. It's magic.
It's magic.
And again, like I said, we love Thrive because they give back. So they have a program called Bigger Than Beauty. So for every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetics donates to help communities thrive. And they have over 300 giving partners across the country supporting numerous causes. It's great.
They mean what they say what they mean. And now is a great time to try Thrive Cosmetics for yourself. Right now, you can get 15% off your first order when you visit thrivecosmetics.com/gals. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/GALS for 15% off your first order, and treat your face.
Treat it.
Are you guys ready for the coroner corner?
I don't fucking know.
I don't
because
know. I don't know. What direction are we going in?
Right. How are you
it
going?
Archaeological or is
How
it
are you going to harm me this
existential?
time? Yeah. Am I a banana? Am I not a
think?
banana?
You're probably gonna tear up, and then you'll get sad, and you'll get mad, and then you'll get interested. It's a potpourri.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. This first is not scary or sad or anything.
Okay.
This was sent in from Lisa, and it's from a recent Live Science article. We got a lot of live science happening this
Great stuff.
week. The headline reads, Mysterious Vampire Slayer Kit sells at auction for $15,600.
Nope. Leave it alone. Don't touch it.
I want it.
There are pictures on the drive of this Vampire Slayer kit.
Oh,
Any
God.
kind of safety kit, I want.
Mm-hmm. Last week,
no.
yeah, I'll describe the whole thing. Last week, one auction goer went home well prepared to face an encounter with the undead after buying a, quote, Vampire Slayer kit dating back to the late 19th century.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
It's really, really cool.
It's stunning, but it's creepy.
The kit sold for nearly $15,600 or 13,000 British pounds.
Honestly, kind of lower than I thought.
I love it.
I know. This was 6 times its estimated price after bids came from around the world.
There we go.
People were
a lot of vampires were like, we need to get this off the market.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
It's like some red violin shit.
You know, vampires have a lot of money.
Yes.
Like, shit.
The UK buyer brought home a heavy wooden box adorned on its outside with a set of brass crucifixes that slide to unlock the kit. Inside the box is a matching set of pistols, a brass gunpowder flask, holy water, a Bible, a wooden mallet, a wooden stake, brass candlesticks, and rosary beads.
Wow.
If I had stupid, like, fuck you money, I would 1,000% buy this.
Yep.
It kind of reminds me of the, what's that box I bought at that oddity shop that I put all of my...
It was your last rites box.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have all these cool bells and whistles. But
No.
it does hold my sashes and my wedding stuff. And extra, I buy like cards for my couples and I keep them in there. And then I give them a card.
Cute.
And for your one night stands, which you don't have anymore, but
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is the coolest part. The box also contains paperwork from the Metropolitan Police, which was a force that serves the greater area around London, registering a, quote, alien enemy in 1915.
An alien ant farm.
what?
Yes.
Creepy.
Quote, the task of killing a vampire was extremely serious, and historical accounts suggested the need for particular methods and tools, says Charles Hansen, the owner of Hansen's Auctioneers, which is the auction house that sold the box. Items of religious significance, such as crucifixes and Bibles, were said to repel these monsters, hence their presence in the kit, obviously. The kit once belonged to Lord Hailey, who served from 1872 to 1969, a British aristocrat and administrator in colonial India. It's unclear whether he actually hoped the kit would help him ward off vampires or whether he, like the kit's most recent buyer, bought it out of fascination.
Yeah, right. A likely story.
Right? Vampire mythology dates back thousands of years. We had a whole vampire crimes episode.
Sure did.
Which was really, really cool.
Worth a revisit, I think. There are a lot of great cases.
Yeah, but here's a little refresher. Archaeologists have unearthed ancient human remains in Greece that were pinned down with heavy rocks to keep the bodies in their graves.
Nope.
Ooh.
Possibly due to a belief that the undead could rise again and harm the living.
Nope.
This practice spanned cultures and time periods, including in 16th century Europe, where human burials had stone stakes in their legs and rocks in their mouths to prevent them from feeding on the living.
See, when something spans cultures like that,
It's real.
It's real, like dragons.
Aliens.
I think dragons used to exist and went extinct, but like enough different cultures have pictures of dragons that they had to have been real.
Yep. I'm
And
with you.
vampires.
And vampires. Vampires just make sense.
Well, also, okay, so
Vampires just make sense. Keep up.
I stand by it.
Kenyon's hot takes.
Yeah.
Like a few weeks ago, and you were like, I just don't get the hype around butterflies.
Yes. I just, you know what? I don't like butterflies.
Like they're fine. I wish them all the best, but I just don't have
Who
any
the fuck
particular
doesn't
affection for them.
like
I don't.
Butterflies.
I mean, whatever. There are lots of pretty colored fish. People don't get fucking tattoos of them all the goddamn time.
They super do. They
get
super do.
Fucking car decals.
They super do.
I just don't get the hype around
butterflies.
Thanks for reminding me of my own hot takes that I completely forgot about.
It cracked me the fuck up. It wrecked me. Because you're not wrong.
I mean,
they're kind of gross close up. Their little bodies and their
They're
legs.
still bugs.
Yeah.
ladies. Back to the vampires.
Okay. People's belief in undead beings likely stemmed from a lack of understanding of communicable disease and the natural physical processes that the bodies go through as they decompose, which we discussed in length in the vampire episode.
Yeah, like rigor mortis and things moving and things
Coming
expanding.
around.
So, for instance, the liquefied remains of the decomposed digestive tract sometimes leak out through the mouth and nose of dead bodies.
Nope.
And these dark fluids look just like blood, but they're not only blood.
I was just
Good
listening to a
Lord.
Generation Y episode about a guy who probably died of a drug overdose, just like, I guess not a natural death.
As you do.
But not
Yes.
homicide.
Accidental.
Yeah. And his poor parents were the ones who found the body. Again, this is the gals misremember. This is what I can recall from half listening to this episode.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, no, there was so much blood. Like he had to have been
Murdered or foul
stabbed
play
or something. And
Yeah.
actually they found it was just like the state of decomposition by the time they found the body. It was likely just like everything was kind of oozing.
Oh, God.
As it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're welcome for that.
Yeah. Thank you. In addition, hair, beards, and nails continue growing after death, which may have tricked some people into thinking the recently deceased were still alive.
That would be
I have
fucking
heard that, and
terrifying.
it really creeps me out. Like the hair coming out of that grave stone.
Well, that wasn't.
I
That didn't
know.
grow. That was like
I
squirrels.
know, but it's creepy.
It is very creepy. Even during Haley's lifetime, belief in vampires was alive and well in some places. In the late 19th century, New England had a panic over a vampire when two local women, a mother and daughter, died of tuberculosis, as reported by the National Geographic. As the late mother's son, who also had tuberculosis, grew sicker and sicker, townspeople began to believe that the two deceased women were cursing him from the grave, which was a
That's
common
stupid.
belief about vampires who didn't always leave the ground to prey on their victims, according to early mythology. So they were like just haunted, basically.
That's
that's
a misunderstanding
of that. I believe
communicable disease.
that one's real.
Kenyon's like, no, that's ridiculous.
That one's ridiculous. But vampires just make sense.
They just make sense.
Somebody's with me out there.
Around the same time, the Irish author Bram Stoker published his iconic novel Dracula, keeping vampire mythology alive. So another quote from this Hansen guy. It's interesting to know a member of the highest aristocratic social order, a man with a place in the House of Lords, acquired this item. And yet amid his illustrious career, he was drawn to this vampire slaying kit. That's understandable. These objects are both curious and intriguing.
Yeah, they're a fun little curiosity at dinner parties. Come look at my new, thing that I acquired.
Yeah,
I
I
have
just got my new vampire kit.
Whole cabinet. The
Yeah, you
first
do.
thing I do when people come over is, what
Come look.
what have I recently
Acquired.
that you haven't seen yet? Actually, on that note, this next one is from Anne Jeanette, whose children's teeth I have in my cabinet.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Anne Jeanette.
The children were fine. No children were harmed in the gathering of these teeth.
Well, they were baby.
You don't know that.
You
for
don't
sure.
know that. And they're baby teeth,
According
as far as
to
I can
Ann
tell.
Jeanette.
So these are Ann Jeanette's kids' teeth that were sent in by Heather, who also sent me her kids' teeth and some of her mother's cremains.
Is that Dead Evelyn?
That's Dead Evelyn, or DE.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Dead Evelyn's in my cabinet, too. Heather sent me a lot of gems. I love it.
Yeah.
So this is the sad article. A Chicago area librarian broke hearts after he revealed that an elderly patron asked him to check the obituaries for friends who'd stopped contacting her, only to discover that they'd all died.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Quote, I had an elderly patron call who didn't have internet and asked me to look up some obituaries because she hadn't heard from her gang of high school friends for a while.
Okay,
No.
that is really sad. Oh,
said
my God.
Eddie Kristen, a reference librarian at the Warren Newport Public Library in Illinois. There's a picture of Eddie on the drive. He's just a very sweet reference librarian.
Oh.
He continued, I found them all. She cried. I cried. I hope I handled it gently enough for her.
We do not
Deserve librarians.
Librarians are just the best.
They really are. Unless they're at Minnetonka High School and they're trying to report us for terrorism.
Well, high school librarians in privileged suburban high schools are probably the worst ever. But other
Community
librarians,
public librarians,
they're basically social workers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I talked to her for a bit and told her to come into the library and I'd print out the tributes for her or I can mail them to her. She had me read a few out loud to her. It's a really shit time to feel so lonely.
Oh, God.
These tweets so he told this story on Twitter. These tweets have since gone viral with nearly 10,000 retweets and more than 204,000 shares. Now people are commending Kristen for his efforts to comfort the unnamed elderly woman, with some even suggesting they organize a letter writing campaign for her.
Oh, that would be sweet.
I know. So some of the comments, you're awesome for being what she needed. Loss is so painful and you experience so much of it by the time you're an elder. I'm holding you both in my heart. Another user noted that he is now of the age where he has started to lose some former classmates and told Kristen, bless you for helping that lady find her answer.
Oh, that is sad. And now everybody is so spread out. It's not like the olden days where you just like had the community newspaper and like
saw the obit or could walk down the street and see a friend.
Yeah. And we take the internet for granted.
Right. If she wasn't even able to access the internet to like look this stuff up, then she's not connected on Facebook or email with any of her community.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
so,
Angel. Oh,
honest
my gosh.
compassion. You did everything exactly how you should have.
Yeah.
Maybe I could send you a card to your library and you could give it to her if she comes in.
Oh.
Check in on your elders and even not your elders, but just like the elders in your community.
Your neighborhood. Yeah.
And your librarians.
Yeah.
So a bit more about this librarian. Kristen had previously been featured as a 2020 mover and shaker in the Library Journal for his work at this public library, which he called a lifeline as a homeschooled student in Gurnee, Illinois. He says, quote, the library provided me with books and a safe place to read and watch media, he told the Journal, adding that it allowed him to read all 7 Harry Potter books, which were banned at his house.
Oh my God. I would die for this man.
I know.
What a sweetheart.
I have chills. Now, as a security supervisor at the library, he aims to make it a safe place for all of the staff and about 1,800 patrons who seek out the library for any and all information needs. He says, quote, if somebody needs to use a speakerphone because they're hard of hearing, you can get them to a private study room or the vending area or the lobby instead of just shutting them down. I'm approaching this person to facilitate their needs. I love my job, he added. It can be crazy, but the people here are my family. And because I've been able to be a part of the positive mission of the library instead of just the reactive mission of security, I wouldn't want to do anything else.
Okay, this guy gets it.
Protect him at all costs.
He is a sweet baby angel sent from above.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at his picture, he has a little bouquet of lilacs in his front shirt pocket.
Oh my God, he is so cute.
So cute. So anyway, that's a tiny bit morbid, but mostly just heartwarming and really sad.
Yeah.
But also heartwarming and sweet. So thank you to that librarian. I hope you're listening. You are doing the Lord's work. And shout out to the old lady who lost her friend.
I know. We should write her a card. Let's send her some merch.
She's a good she's a good person for checking, you know?
You don't know what she wants.
Imagine learning. So that's just like our group of friends. If I hadn't heard from you all in a little while and I called and I found out that all of you were dead.
Maybe
can't
it
even
wasn't
picture
like
it.
close friends, but yeah, if the spouses are dead, you don't have the grown kids' numbers.
They've got to be pretty close. They've kept in touch from high school for their whole lives.
That's true.
Anyway, here's we're going to move on to the obituary area. This was sent in by like 17,000 of you.
Yes,
Okay.
I remember there was one day where going through the inbox was...
They were all Corner.
Yeah.
I love it. So this is from the Florida Times-Union. Lawrence H. Pfaff. I think it's Pfaff. P-F-A-F-F.
Yep.
Lawrence H. Pfaff Sr. was born in Belmont, New York on April 16th, 1941. He passed away on June 27th, 2022, living a long life, much longer than he deserved.
No.
He is survived by his 3 children. Nope, 4. Oops, 5 children. Well, as of 2022, we believe there is one more that we know about, but there could be more.
OMG, the shade.
Ancestry
I love it.
DNA, baby.
Yep. Get in there.
His love was abundant when it came to himself, but for his children, it was limited.
Oh.
This, by the way, was written by one of his sons. From a young age, he was a ladies' man and an abusive alcoholic, solidifying his commitment to both with the path of destruction he left behind, damaging his adult children and leaving them broken.
Oh.
Lawrence Sr.'s hobbies included abusing his first wife and children. He loved to start projects but never followed through on any of them. He enjoyed the life of a barfly for many years and had a quaint little living space studio above his favorite hole in the wall, the club Nashville. Lawrence Sr. did spend over 20 years in the NYPD, but even his time in the service was negligent at best. Because of his alcohol addiction, his commanding officer took away his gun and badge, replacing them with a broom until he could get his act together.
Like I just imagine like a tiny broom in
put in his holster.
Yeah.
A flat one for his badge wallet.
I can't tell if that's a good boss or a bad boss.
It's a boss who cares about the fucking community.
Right. It's better than just ignoring it, letting him keep it.
Yeah.
Well, sure, but then he stays
No,
on the
this guy was a
force.
piece of shit. No shade on his former boss. Lawrence Sr. did claim to be clean and sober for over 30 years, but never worked any of the 12 steps, including the 8th and 9th steps with his children, which was making amends. He possesses no redeeming qualities for his children, including the ones he knew and the ones he knew about, meaning his children.
So sad.
Yeah.
It will be challenging to miss Lawrence Sr. because he was narcissistic. He was incapable of love. Lawrence Sr.'s passing proves that evil does eventually die, and it marks a time of healing which will allow his children to get the closure they deserve. Lawrence Sr. can be remembered for being a father to many and a dad to none.
Wow.
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 Yeah, this
You
is
know
really
what?
heartbreaking.
It's very heartbreaking, but
I'm glad they have an opportunity to speak their truth. I think
Right.
that's great.
If
It
that
just
is-
makes me sad for their experience.
if that's healing for them, then more power to them. And I'm glad. Yeah, exactly. Like the truth's going to come out after you die. So
Well, I actually have a follow-up to this obit.
Oh.
So this is from the Olympian. Lawrence Pfaff Jr. said he wanted to, quote, say the truth about his estranged father when he wrote a searing obituary about him for the Florida Times-Union, according to the outlet. Now the newspaper's publisher is investigating how the piece got published. It is really harsh.
They paid to publish it.
yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
Pfaff-
an easy one.
Pfaff penned the obituary for his father, Lawrence Pfaff Sr., who died on June 27th at the age of 81. The junior Pfaff told the Florida Times-Union in a video interview that he didn't want to lie about who his father was when he wrote the obituary. Quote, I read a lot of obituaries at first, and a lot of them were very positive, so I'm like, how can I write this in a way that's positive but not really saying positive things? Pfaff Jr. described his father as an abusive alcoholic and narcissist with no redeeming qualities, blah, blah, blah. Again, recapping the obit. The New York Police Department did not respond to a request for comment from McClatchy News on July 8th. A spokesperson for Gannett, which is the publisher of the Florida Times-Union, wrote in an email to McClatchy News that the obituary, quote, did not adhere to our internal guidelines and we are looking into the matter further. So they do have some guidelines.
Whatever. Those fucking pearl clutchers can go fuck themselves. It didn't swear.
Yep.
It, whatever. What are you going to say?
Right. Fucking truth hurts.
All they're saying is that they do have some guidelines.
Right. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to submit an obituary to the Florida Times, they say that an author can enter an obituary into the newspaper system, at which time a representative will send an email with a proof of what the obituary will look like. And so just like the layout back and forth, a price quote, the deadline for the payment, blah, blah, blah. The page makes no mention of guidelines for what an obituary should contain, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are no guidelines mentioning how they should be written.
Mm-hmm.
Pfaff Jr. told NBC that writing the obituary helped him start to heal from his childhood trauma. His brutally honest writing resonated with readers across the country.
Mm-hmm.
So someone in the comments section wrote, I really appreciate that he spoke the truth. I also really commend the paper for being brave enough to print it, even though clearly they didn't mean to.
Right.
Well, some people who have nothing to fucking do with this.
Yep.
Or possibly with, this kind of trauma are pissed off for no fucking reason. Like, it doesn't affect you.
Right.
So
move the fuck on.
Seems like the Florida Times read it, approved it, printed it, whatever, but it's Gannett, which is this massive publisher that just owns all of these small newspapers, are just like, oh, well,
it doesn't
we'll
meet
look
our
into
standards.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just, I have a feeling that's just lip service until this is in, the next. Yeah, the next trash can news cycle, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They don't give a fuck. They got paid to publish this piece.
It's one obituary.
And it's it's one fucking obituary. Like, get over it.
And, it went viral, so that's what they're responding to. And somebody else commented, if his father wanted a decent obituary, he should have used his 81 years here to try and be a decent man.
Exactly.
And somebody else could have written a counter obituary if they had, if they wanted to defend his honor. It doesn't sound like anyone wants to.
Mm-hmm. So one more line. Pfaff Jr. told the Florida Times that he last saw his father about 30 years ago and actually wrote his obituary a year before he died.
Mm-hmm.
So he might have read it.
Yeah.
I saw a great TikTok from somebody who is a hospice nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, if she's the one that basically has to help these dying people, like, make these last phone calls if they... want to talk to their quote unquote loved ones or relatives or whatever. But sometimes she'll get that person on the phone and they won't want to talk to the dying person because the dying person was an abusive piece of shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And she was like, I'm not judging you. You do not owe anyone your forgiveness. You do not owe an abuser any peace in their dying days.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm fine delivering that news to them and, God bless and go on with your day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's such an important message because I do think, and I've had friends who've gone through this and, may even be currently going through this who are in the process of saying goodbye to loved ones that they know are passing. And there's a lot of trauma in those relationships. And there's so much pressure to behave a certain way.
Right.
And to make amends and to forgive them so that they can have their piece.
All the pressure is on the victims.
Yep. And it's like, what about my fucking piece?
Yeah. Where was the pressure on the abuser for
to stop abusing me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard. And exactly what you said. You don't owe these people shit. If it is going to be part of your healing process to just let it go and fucking walk away, that you are more than allowed to do that. You're not a bad person for doing that.
They can write you a letter. Mm-hmm. They can dictate a letter, whatever, and that's the best that they get.
Yep.
I have a friend
you don't have to read it.
I have a friend who's going through something extremely, extremely difficult without giving away any fucking details.
Right.
She and her abuser have 2 children together, and he passed away not of natural causes about a month ago. And it was after they were separated. They had just gotten their divorce finalized. And it's really, really complicated and really fucking rough.
Yeah. It's traumatic shit.
It's very traumatic. So, I mean, I know we have Talkspace ads in our show, but honestly, that
Get some therapy, kids.
Get some fucking therapy. Talk to somebody. It's the world is really fucking ugly sometimes.
And forgiveness is overrated. If you think forgiveness, like granting someone your forgiveness will help you,
then go for
it. But if it's only to help them and it will harm you, fuck it.
It is not required.
Absolutely not. Fuck that shit.
Well, that was a good episode.
Why are we like this?
On that note,
comedy
thanks for
podcast.
listening.
It's a comedy podcast.
Humor and depression go hand in hand, okay?
Oh my God, they're my two best friends.
Yeah, they
No
really
offense.
do. They really
Depression
do.
and trauma
Yeah,
are one.
trauma slaps.
Okay, we'll see you next month.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Kala Yip. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Check out our website and blog at wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wine and Crime Pod. If you have questions, answers, or recommendations to share, email us at wineandcrimepodcast@gmail.com. Episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, basically wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. It is the best way to spread the word. If you'd like to show your support, visit our Patreon page to keep this podcast and the wine flowing. Cheers.